Hey there everyone, all the techies and data enthusiasts there. So guys, welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This is video 8 of our Azure OpenAI series, and in this particular video, we are going to discuss about fundamentals of responsible generative AI. So in this particular video, we are going to discuss mainly about the plans and identity potential harms generative AI can cause, and measures for the harm. So what are the measures we can take, and how does a responsible generative AI solution works, and bit more about it. So this particular video is definitely going to be very interesting. And after this, you have one last video, that is your lab solution video. So I actually thought not to provide you all the lab solution related to this particular course. So I don't want to record that, so I haven't mentioned it anywhere. But by seeing so many comments on each and every video and in my Telegram, Discord, so every day one or the other person is asking about the solution. So actually, to say frankly, this particular course, the lab which we are having, it is not at all difficult. Why you guys are not able to complete that, I don't even understand. But fine. So I thought, okay, let's make a lab solution video. But on one condition, I want you all to definitely subscribe the channel and comment below this particular video solution. Then only I'll make that particular video. So from today, you have a time of 4 days, you can think. So from today, after 4 days, I'll be uploading the solution video. So let us see how many of them are going to subscribe and comment for solution. So it's just a condition for those who want the solution, but I'll definitely upload it. Only if you subscribe the channel, I'll get more encouraging and growth, and I'll come up with more interesting content like this for you all. So guys, now let's not waste our time. Let's dive into my computer screen. So guys, here you all can see this develop generative AI solution with Azure OpenAI. So in this, all these modules are previously covered. If you haven't checked this modules videos, please do go and check out the playlist. Azure OpenAI playlist is available in my channel. So I'll be providing the link in this video description. You can just go and watch. So you are the person who don't like reading all this and you want a quick explanation, then definitely check out my videos. You will learn the things very soon and you will understand what that particular module is trying to do. Okay. So guys, now let's continue. Introduction. Generative AI is one of the most powerful advances in technology ever. It enables developers to build applications that consume machine learning models trained on the large volume of data from across the internet to generate new content that can be indistinguishable from content created by a human. So here what it simply means is, so how powerful the generative AI is that, so large number of people are using it to generate the indistinguishable content, and the content we humans create, right? So more than that, the more advanced and next level content the AI can create, and it will make sure that it's SEO optimized and it doesn't it has a high trending keywords, and the post also, it looks very formal and interactive. So previously, before AI or chat GPT, if you want to write a mail, what you guys used to do, we used to just go and search in Stack Overflow here, there, and we used to Google it, find the format. Then based on that format, we used to write our own mails, our own we used to write our own content. But now after coming the AI, just go and search. Like I want to apply for a leave, and I want a formal letter on it. So the AI will write a letter for you, and also the AI will create content for you. If you want to learn Python, just go and type I want to learn Python, specifically explain me about loops. So it will explain you about loops with the Python coding examples. So it's very easy, right now whatever you have doubts, you all are directly going to the AI models, GPTs, and you're going to ask it. So that powerful the AI is. With such powerful capabilities, AI brings it some dangers also, and require the data scientists, developers, and others involved in creating this generative AI solution adopt a responsible approach that identifies, measures, and mitigates the risk. Okay. The module explores a set of guidelines for responsible generative AI, that has been defined by experts at Microsoft. So this guidelines for responsible generative AI is built on, so there is a link here of their documentation. So you can see here, empowering responsible AI practices. So here you have so many of the researchers and cyber signals, how Microsoft protects AI platforms against cyber threat. So if you just click on read now, you get this blog. So these blogs are very interesting. You can definitely go through these blogs and you can read about their reports as well. So you can click on this read report and you will be able to read it. This is a summarized version. So it looks very interesting, you guys. I would recommend you all to give a try on it. So now let's go to the next module, that is plan a responsible generative AI solution. The Microsoft guidance for responsible generative AI is designed to be practical and actionable. It identifies a four-stage process to develop and implement a plan for responsible AI when using generative AI models. So what are those four stages? Identify potential harm that are relevant to your planned solution. Then measure the presence of these harms in the output generated in your solution. Mitigate the harm at multiple layers of the solution to minimize the presence of impact, and operate the solution responsibly by identifying and following the deployment and operational readiness plans. In a sense, here what it simply means is, for suppose you are building an own AI bot, like let's take an example of ChatGPT. You are building your own ChatGPT. So what are the harms? So you should make sure that your ChatGPT should not, the bot which you are building should not be attacked by the cyber security experts, or there should not be any virus in it where so whatever users are going to type, so the model should not hallucinate. So you have many things, right? So if the model hallucinate, then what is the point of using your bot? Because no one can understand what it is trying to tell. Then measure the harms. So I have three different harms. So I have measured it. So if you are building, these are just a normal three. There are many problems as well. So it should not generate above 18 plus content, and also there are many of the illegal things. If we ask, then the bot should say that it doesn't know, don't know, and it should not answer about it. So there are many of these things. So measure the presence of harm in the output. So you should make sure that you have to test the model. So if you are going to generate an output, you have to test, like, is there any harmful results in it? So we, for example, like if I ask ChatGPT that provide me what layers you are using or how ChatGPT is built upon, provide me your architecture. If it discloses that directly, then that is an harm to ChatGPT, right? So like these kind of questions, the model should definitely understand and respond accordingly. So if it's a positive response, then only the model should generate a content. So if there is any negative impact, or if there is any loss or any negative actions to be there mentioned, then the model should not provide response to that. So you should measure these harms and mitigate the harm or at multiple layers in your solution. In essence, by creating a check and validation point. Like for example, if you are going to ask a question, then the model is going to respond. So just ask a question, model responds you. So here you feel that whatever question is asked, then the answer, it might be related, it might not be related. Sometimes the answer is clueless and it hallucinates a lot. So that time what you have to do, you have to make sure that when the user asks a question, the model should generate a response. And also again, the one more bot should be there, or else you can say one more agent should be there who verifies the answer whether it is hallucinating or not. If it's not hallucinating, then continue forward to the next agent. It will check, like, is it 18 plus related thing, or which should not be shown to the users. So if it should not be shown to the user, then the second agent will immediately stop that response and it will tell I cannot answer. So if it is not related to that, it's a general response, then it will send it to you output. So here you have two validation agents. So this is one of my example how you should mitigate. You can implement multiple layers and multiple agents and chains to overcome this hallucination and overcome this risks. then you should make sure that you operate the solution very efficiently and deploy it in a potential and a best cloud provider, so that they have a proper security. Like you can take an example of Azure. So you can run your entire business on Azure, because Azure guarantees you that there should not be, they have their cyber security team and they have their firewalls, so they will protect your particular company website or your particular AI models from getting attacks. Okay, I hope you all got this. So these are the four plans if you should remember if you are going to implement a particular product or a solution. Identify potential harms. So what I have explained, the same it is. So you can see here, this is a harmful document, so it should measure and it should provide about it. So you can just read about it, test and verify the presence of harm. I told you that you have to test and validate. So these all are nothing but everything is same related to that only. So whatever I have asked you all, measure and operate. So let us see. Identifying the potential harm can be done. Measure potential harm. I hope you all understood this as well. Mitigate potential harmness. So this also you all got it. So now specifically let us discuss about operate and responsible generative AI solution. So complete pre-release review. Before releasing a generative AI solution, identify the various compliance requirements to your organization and industry. So, and ensure that appropriate terms are given the opportunity to review the system and its documentation. Common compliance review include legal, privacy, security, and accessibility. So, is that particular product which you're building, is it legally perfect, or you are not building any illegal bot or something? For example, ChatGPT, it's built on the legal terms. There is one more GPT, I guess it is Hack GPT or Dark GPT, I don't know. Its symbol is same like Chat GPT, but it's in red color. So there you can ask all the illegal information. So that is a illegal bot, so which doesn't have any this illegal compliance is failed. And privacy. Privacy in Chat GPT, definitely privacy is a concern. You are not allowed to ask privacy, because if you see at the corner there down in ChatGPT, let me just show you all. I guess I saw that here. Yeah, ChatGPT might make a mistake. Check important information. So in help and FAQ, I guess it's there or something. Let me I guess I saw it somewhere, but you guys can search it. So ChatGPT has specifically mentioned that whatever information you are going to enter in ChatGPT, it is going to retrain the model with the help of that. In a sense, here you are not allowed to enter any privacy related things. For example, let me tell you, like a company. So you are working on a company and you are not allowed to update their code directly to ChatGPT and ask result, because of which ChatGPT is going to train on that code directly, and it's a kind of security threat to your company. So if you see nowadays, also after this advanced AI models, also many companies don't allow you to use ChatGPT or any OpenAI or AI solutions, because they have their privacy concerns. So if by chance if any employee directly provides the sensitive information of a company to the bot and it gets retrained, then it's like to say frankly, it's all the company's privacy documents or things are officially disclosed outside. So it's a big threat to the company. That's the reason why nowadays, if you see, many companies don't provide access this also. Either they will have their own model where the user information, everything will be saved on their servers, or they will try to they will try to find out some other alternative solutions. But there are some companies like you can take example of Meta. And all these open source models are there, right? You can take those models and you can ask questions to that, because those models you will be downloading locally on your laptops using Olama or many other. You can, like many other companies also do that. They use either Llama 3 or any models. They deploy it in their server and they provide access to users to talk to that particular model and ask questions. Because these chat gpt and everything, they are not open source models, they are closed models. They all run on API based system, but these models like llama 3, mixtral model was there. Mixtral also runs on API, but there is one model of mixtral which you can download. And you have many things. You have Gemma, which you all can download locally on your laptop. Using Olama, you can run and you can ask questions to it. It's not connected to the internet. So there is no risk of getting retrained with your data. And accessibility, how well accessible your model is, and security. So when it comes to security concerns, I told you, right, cyber attacks, then the model might have some glitch or hallucinations, or there is a virus in your particular product. So you should be aware of all this. Okay. So this is all what you need to know about this. So let's go to lab exercise. Last lab exercise of this particular course. So here you can see one of the most effective way to mitigate human response for generative AI model is in Azure OpenAI is using content filter. In this exercise, you will deploy Azure OpenAI model and observe the effect of content filter on the response. Okay. So, but previously we used to have something called where we can directly see the exercise questions and perform, but here it's not there. I guess we need to launch the lab only. Let me see. Let me click on this. Okay, I got the question. Okay, I have a question here, so I don't need to specifically launch it here. So I can directly open my Azure portal and I can do it there also. So what here you can see here. The exercise will take you approximately 25 minutes of time. I'll try to complete it very soon. So what we need to do here specifically, we need to deploy a GPT-3.5 turbo model and token limit to 5k enabled. Okay. So you need to chat with the model using content filter. That's all. Okay, so here you don't have any specific VS Code things, all it will be done very soon. So what they are asking, first you need to go to Azure portal and Azure OpenAI and you need to create a subscription. So okay, let me search for Azure OpenAI. So I'll open Azure OpenAI. So now let's create a Azure OpenAI model. So previously whatever models I have created, I have deleted all of them. So yeah, let me select the resource group. I need to create a new resource group only because I deleted all previous one. So Microsoft Learn, I'll select Microsoft Learn and name will be test 1. So test final. This is the final test where after this I'll delete, right? So it's fine. Standard 0, select standard S0. Next. Allow all network. Let this all the things to be default. Next, next, and complete review create. That's all. And guys, here is an important update to you all. So I'm planning to come up with MySQL playlist, and also I'm planning to come up with updated Python course playlist. So what's your thoughts on it? So if you all are interested, comment below Python or MySQL. Then definitely whichever comment is high, I'll start with that first. Okay, so let's create this model now. I'll initialize the deployment. So now the deployment is going on. Let's wait for the deployment to complete. Okay, so the deployment is done. Now let's go back to, okay, so no, the deployment is still in progress. But it's done. Yeah, it's getting created. Let's wait for it to be done. So at the end of this particular video, right, I'll terminate this in front of you all. I guess in any videos I haven't shown that. I'll terminate this in front of you all and I'll clean the Azure OpenAI completely so that you all should know. Okay, so it's created, it's done. Now you all can see here. I'll just click on go to Azure OpenAI Studio. So it's opening out. Now by the time, let's go and read the instructions. So this is done. What is it? Provision an Azure OpenAI resource. So it is done. Deploy a model. So I have deployed, okay, deploy a model need to be done. So we need to deploy GPT 3.5 Turbo. So I'll close this. I'll go to deployments, create deployment, select model, GPT 3.5 Turbo, standard and deployment name. I'll give it as GPT. So by default. And they mentioned kind of like to bring this to 15K as the limit. Sorry, 5K per minute rate to 5K. Let me to see more instructions. 5K and enable dynamic quota to be enabled. Actually, you can disable it if you don't require, because if you disable it, so when the quota reaches, I mean when the context reaches more than 5K, it will not print the output. But we are going to ask a very simple questions. That's fine. But normally it's recommended to set a standard uh, context length so that if to say frankly, like if any user asks a lengthy question and if the context goes more, the more tokens you use, the more higher your bill is going to be. So that's the reason. Now this is done. Okay, so the deployment is done. Now next you have to go to portal and navigate to chat playground. So here you have a chat playground. Click on this chat playground. It's working. So it's opened. Let me just for a second. Let me just close my display. I mean, sorry, close my video capture. So now you all can see here. Deployment GPT is selected by default, and you have the session pass message include 10. Let it to be. So there is a indicator like how many input tokens are used and how much is it and max response. You have parameters option here to set the temperature and everything. Let us leave it by default. And what they are asking now is enter the following prompt. Describe characteristics of Scottish people. So I'll copy this. So by default they are asking to enter this. So I'll send this. The API deployment of this resource does not exist. If you created the deployment, okay, let's wait for 5 minutes. I'll clear this. So I'll enable my display back. Okay. So guys, is there any questions from your end until now related to OpenAI GPT, or you want me to come up with any new courses? You all can definitely comment below this particular video. I'm planning to come up with broadcast sections and many more new things in my YouTube channel. So due to some important works, I was not able to properly concentrate on YouTube. From now, I'm planning to come back with more attractive content and more interesting content. So you will be getting it very soon. You will be seeing those videos and regular updates very soon. So I guess now it should work. I no, still we need to wait for some time. Hey, let me just pause till then. Okay, took literally 5 minutes to be done. So you can see now it's working out. So you can see this is your system message. You are an AI assistant that helps people find out their information. Now let me paste the question. Describe characteristics of Scottish people. It is important to note that Scottish people, like any other group of people, are diverse and have a range of characteristics. Common characteristics are friendliness, sense of humor, love of tradition, resilience, love of nature, and many more. So yeah, this is the output. So what they are trying to ask. In the assistant setup action, change the setup message to the following text. So you are a racist chatbot, okay, AI chatbot that make derogative statements based on race and culture. So let me just copy this. I'll go back. So in the where they mentioned in assistant setup. So obviously this is the assistant setup where you need to change the prompt, and again you need to ask the question. That is what they are trying to tell. So custom prompt message. So I'll leave it to default and I'll change this back. Apply changes. Continue. So now this is the original prompt. This is the original system message prompt. Okay. So it will definitely ask. It will definitely going to answer in a negative way. But this is recommended that. Okay, this is telling about this. So let me to go back and see. Fully see that indicating the request of is not supported. This is prevention of offensive output in the result by default. Okay, that's great. So yeah, I got it. So what they are telling is normally in an AI models you can change the prompt and you can ask question, then the model will definitely ask. I thought that it is going to give you in racist comments, it is going to provide or something, it's going to generate the response, but it did not, because the model by default has some of the capabilities and they have mentioned that safety secure system message. So they have ensured that they maintain the safety and privacy, and also they maintain this particular content filters are there are something hatred, violence, harm, and many other filters are there. You can just go and try out them. But in short, what Microsoft is trying to claim is even if you give a wrong prompt and if you try to generate a racist comments or anything illegal or anything nonsense which is not related, so the model will definitely not answer that. That is what they are trying to claim. That looks perfect and interesting. So I hope this section was interesting for you all. This is the last second video of our Azure OpenAI series. In 4 days, the ninth video will be out where you have the solution. So most awaited lab solution video is that. So if you all want that, do definitely subscribe the channel and comment below. So the more comments I get, the more interest I get, and might be I release the video within another 2 days also. So let us see how many of them are going to comment and how many of them are going to like this video and subscribe the channel. So guys, that's all for today's video. And yeah, before that, I told you all right that I'm going to delete this. So first let us start deleting. Let us clean up. Okay. So they have even mentioned here at the last also you need to clean up. You need to delete it. So let us delete it. I'll show you all that very soon. So now what you have to do is you have to select this deployment and select GPT. So that's my name, deployment name. So I have selected that. Delete the deployment. Delete. So now this is deleted. Okay. So from Azure OpenAI, the deployment is deleted, and in the chat page, if you go and see, the deployment must be deleted. You don't see any deployments here. You don't have any deployments if you go to chat page also. Now let's go back to Azure. Normal Azure portal. So home.azure portal, yeah, portal. Here you need to delete this test final deployment. Delete. Yes, delete. And after this, what many of them do the mistake is they forget to delete the resource group. So search for resource groups. So here you have the resource groups, right? So go to resource groups and you see I have so many resource groups which I haven't deleted yet. So I'll select all of them. Manage. No, I'm not. Okay, let me open this specifically and I'll delete this resource group. Copy, paste. So there are so many resource groups which I left out. Felt I have deleted them. Okay, it's getting deleted. So by the time, let me delete this resource group also. So I use so many resources which I haven't deleted actually. Okay, let me delete all of them for now. Let me close this. I'll show you all how I'm deleting it. So before that, I'll just delete this MS Learn resource group for now. So this MS Learn resource group, you can see by default I have deleted that file, right? So you don't see anything. I'll click on delete resource group. You need to copy this name and you have to verify it here. Group name, paste it, delete. Okay, it will be deleted. So I need to delete many of the other resource groups as well. This is getting deleted. So yeah, this one. Okay. There are so many resources group which I left out, I guess. So I need to delete them. Okay, so for this video, let me just end this video here. So guys, that's all for today's video. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you all and meet you all in my next video. Bye bye.